Check out this amazing piece of fabric that I'm working with today. I'm going to be making a full circle dress out of this massive amount of material. It's luscious, it's flowy, it's flowery. It's probably like 6 yards, I don't even know. It stretches across my hand span like 5 times, 6 times, but it's beautiful, and I'm going to be making a full circle dress. So I'm using this material for the whole bottom half of the dress, the full circle, as well as the puffy sleeves. I'm using my old pattern, my Dressmaking Amore pattern, where the melody dress. I've made it many times before. You can refer back to some of the previous videos, but I'm using that to make the sleeves. And then the middle, the bodice portion, will be made out of some old navy blue material that I have. And if you want to see how I'm going to put this dress together, then I hope you keep watching. The first thing I did was lay the material out on the floor, and I'm measuring down. I think I did like 48 inches, I think, from my high waist all the way to like the floor. I think it was 48, or maybe it was 42. I'm not sure, but if you were going to make this, of course you have to measure your own waist to floor measurement. And then I'm holding the tape measure in one spot, and I'm going all the way around. It's basically the whole half of the circle, so this is going to be just the half part, and I'm marking that same measurement all the way around, and then I'm going to connect the line and cut it. Here's where I doubled the pieces, so there's 2 layers right here, and I have them clipped together so I can smooth it all the way down and then just cut one time and have both halves of the circle cut, and that will be half the circle for each half of the circle. Did that really make sense? I think it did. So I'm basically doing one cut, so I'll have 2 halves, and I'm going to combine these 2 halves to make the full circle. And I'm only going to cut one time because I'm going to try to make both halves the same size. And here I have both halves of the circle, and I have it kind of folded in such a way because I'm trying to make it even. So I clipped it, I'm trying to lay it out, I'm trying to cut it so that everything can be one even circle at the bottom, but there's too many layers. So I decided to split it in half. So I take one half and then I do the same fold and I cut it. Then I realized I shouldn't have cut it because it's not laying properly. So I decide to let this be the front half of the circle and let the longer half be in the back. So when you see the end result, it'll be shorter in the front and longer in the back, which I end up liking. So we're just going to go forward with that. But I just want to show you what I did here. It was not working out very well, but I figured it's such a long dress that in the end, if part of it is shorter than the other part, it's not really going to matter. It's so much material and it's so luscious that you wouldn't even notice. So I proceeded working with it as it was. And just like that, the circle is now formed. This is definitely not a precise circle, but it's close enough. Here's the other side where the seam is. Here I have the circle folded in fourths, and I'm using this little tab that I made to measure out what the waist should be for a full circle skirt, and I have that calculator linked below if you want to check it out. I've made one of these little tabs for a full circle skirt, a half circle skirt, and a quarter circle skirt. And the quarter one is the one that I used in a recent video, and that is also linked below if you want to check out the different ways that I have used this little tool. But the calculator again is below. It's the Omni calculator and it's online. And here is that final circle. This material is fairly stretchy, so I'm not really worried about the circle being completely accurate. Here is the blue fabric that I'm using for the bodice piece, and these are the pieces that I have. I have cut these from my own clothing, so I know it fits and I have used it before. I'm just going to cut each piece on the fold. And this fabric is extremely stretchy. It's a 4-way stretch, so I have no problem working with it. I'm not going to add any zippers or any enclosures on this dress at all because it will be stretchy enough to remove and put on without any trouble. I'm just going to attach them at the side seams and the shoulders. And I want the skirt portion to be high-waisted, so I have already marked here where I want to cut off the bottom of the bodice piece so that when I attach it, the skirt is at the right length. And I also went a little higher since this is stretchy. It will pull down once the weight of the skirt is added. So I just accounted for that, and I'm just coming up with a measurement that seems right. And I'm going to cut that bottom half off. And now I'm bringing the skirt portion back in. I'm just showing you how I serged the edge of the waistline. And now I'm clipping the bodice piece to the skirt portion, and I'll attach these two pieces with a straight stitch going all the way around. And now I'm using my infamous Dressmaking Amour sleeve that I've used many times before, as I referenced earlier. I'm using that to make this puffy sleeve, and I'm cutting those pieces out doubled right here. And I just did a simple straight stitch going around to attach the sleeves. I did serge them on the inside because the flowery fabric will fray a little bit. The blue fabric will not, but everything is serged completely. And now I'm working on a waistband because this needs to be cinched in. Everything is kind of loose and stretchy, so it needs to be tightened up. So I just did a few measurements to get a long waistband, and I'm going to attach this to the dress. And to do that, I'm just folding the waistband in half the long way. I'll attach it to itself, and then I'll attach it to the dress. And I sewed it to the dress just across the front line where the bodice and the skirt portion attach, so that it's hanging down at the sides, and the waistband will kind of flip up, and then when it ties in the back, it'll hold its shape. Here I'm closing up the ends of the waistband where it hangs down. And then I measured the neckline, and I made a bias strip in the matching fabric, and I'm just going to use that to attach to close up the neckline. And I'm just using this method to hang it so that I can try to cut this hemline to make it even. This doesn't end up working out too great, so I did it the best I could and went with however it ended up being. Okay, I had this on and found out that the waistband needs a little bit more stability, so I added a little bit of heavyweight interfacing on the inside. This is the part that's going to be touching my waist. The rest of it is going to be hanging, so I added that in, and I'm just going to reattach it. I am going to serge this first though, because even when I had it on, it wasn't that great. And also I had to account for the hem. So you saw me cut the hem, but some of it is on the bias. I didn't remember that it needs to stretch, so it's not all the same length. It's pretty long in the back, which I kind of expected because I did do a little cut earlier, but I'm not fixing the hem. I'm literally just leaving it as is. Right now it's serged. I think I'm just going to do a roll hem and just let it be the length that it is. I'm going to do a double rolled hem to close it off, and then it'll be all done.